much-awaited revamp of the pharmaceutical policy may finally see some movement forward tomorrow at the group of ministers meeting that will also have Finance Minister P Chidambaram as a special invitee to discuss concerns raised by his ministry that have resulted in a fresh debate on the method of arriving at the pricing for essential drugs. Hello and welcome. You're watching We Mean Business. I'm Shweta Rajpalkoli. On the show today, we discuss if the revamped pharma pricing policy can address concerns of all stakeholders, the industry, the activists and the people at large. Let me introduce our guests on the show. Kiran Mazumdar Shaw, Chairman and Managing Director of Biocon, joins us from Bangalore. With me here in the Delhi studio, Mira Shiva, All India Drug Action Network. She, of course, belongs to that organization. Kewal Handa, industry expert and former MD of Pfizer, joins us from Mumbai. And Abhaya Kumar, MD of Shasun Pharmaceuticals, joins us from Chennai. Many thanks all of you for being with us here on the show. But before we kick off that discussion, a quick look at the big business story of the day, the biggest FDI proposal in the single brand retail category. That's IKEA's 10,500 crore rupee investment has been cleared by the FIPB today, after, of course, being given the nod by the DIPB. Faizan Khan now joins us live with more on that big news. Faizan, it's a big sentiment boost coming after those recent changes have been introduced. Of course, it will need to go to the CCA for final approval, but this probably means that floodgates are finally opening up in the retail sector.
This proposal approval will definitely get will give a big example to the other retailers who have been waiting, who have been queuing after the recent policy changes from 51% FDI to 100% FDI for single brand retail trading. Well, one of the biggest proposals that have been cleared by the FIPB till now, and that includes a total investment by IKEA at around 10,500 crore rupees in two different phases. Well, that will be definitely a booster dose for the government which is also eyeing FDI inflows in terms of fixing some fiscal problems. Well, the England papers, that was the last one that was cleared by the FIPB. Well, the IKEA becomes the second proposal that has been now cleared by the FIPB. Definitely this will have to be vetted by the Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs, since the inflow has crossed more than 1,200 crore rupees, and it will be a booster dose for the other retailers who have been queuing and waiting after this recent policy clearance.
All right, Faizan, many thanks for joining us and sharing those details. Yes, it is a significant development with the FIPB clearing that very, very critical proposal. But let's get back to the big discussion of expect tomorrow. Oinitham Ojha, who's been tracking the pharma sector, now joins us for more on that. Oinitham, what are the issues before the group of ministers?
Actually, why the confusion arose was because the Finance Ministry was not part of the group of ministers who had decided on the pricing formula for 348 essential drugs. Now, the group of ministers had earlier decided that a pricing formula based on the weighted average of drugs with over 1% market share will be the basis for the prices of these 348 essential drugs. But when the proposal went to the Cabinet, the Finance Ministry expressed its reservations regarding the pricing mechanism that was cleared by the group of ministers. The Finance Minister is of the view that the government should continue with the current cost-based pricing mechanism for the 348 essential drugs. And formulations also should be included under the price net, under the new pricing mechanism. But then the question remains about what happens to the cap of 10% under the present mechanism, because as per the present norms, if you want to increase prices beyond this 10%, then you will have to go to NPPA for clearances. So in fact, tomorrow's meeting is expected to look into all these issues, and they have to actually decide on whether to go ahead with the group of ministers' ALDE recommendation or continue with the present pricing mechanism as has been suggested by the Finance Ministry. Now, the Finance Minister will be a special invitee in tomorrow's meeting, and the final call is expected tomorrow because the next hearing in the Supreme Court is scheduled for November 27th. Back to you.
India's #1 news app just got even better. Download NDTV's new app. Fully optimized for retina display. Full screen view. Faster response time. And Sudoku. NDTV's new iPad app. Download now.